I'll be running bombing run for you and scrapes. Why? Do you want to do that? You want to do that?
Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and
gotta
mental abilities to an amazing degree.
How do I explain this?
Provided, of
Basically,
course,
you have to hold out
they had
Helm's
enough
Deep
money.
style.
A new breed of people was emerging.
You have to hold out Helm's Deep style and top it out on the
Detroit, at least.
prison.
Not everyone was happy to see it.
Moving
I
in.
just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries, a cutting-edge biotech firm. David Sarif himself handpicked me for the job. Said he needed me to keep his people safe. My ex, Megan Reed, was one of them.
Engaging.
Brilliant
Open fire.
neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Ops mercenaries stormed into Sarif headquarters, massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team. I tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. It took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time, by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Sarif's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it. And when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs.
I still like that though, it's kind of cool. What?
The AUG killed himself before I could question him.
Oh, I feel like I can turn around instantaneously. That actually pisses me off a bit. I kind of wish I had a helicopter now.
Sarif's head of cybersecurity. I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the AUG's actions from somewhere off-site.
I hate the whole
Pritchard
fucking
and I
range
tracked his
shit.
signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in
It's
Detroit.
like, how do they expect you to do anything unless you're on the ground?
The same mercs.
And if you're playing co-op like this, you shouldn't have to worry about that. Oh my god, I just realized
Figured
who
they'd
it's
try
going
again
to spawn
when they
up.
saw me. It wasn't so easy for him this time.
Yep.
They took me
Down,
down to give
buddy.
me a new lead. A penthouse apartment in China. Of course, we both knew it would be a trap in the end.
Oh, trust me, I remember it.
Hengsha Island,
And
home to a city so crowded.
I thought I was going to
they
get more
had to
range
build a
with
second
that.
city on top of it. Trying to find clues in Hengsha wouldn't be easy.
Okay, I'm gonna take ground.
Farida Malik, Sarif Industries' ace pilot, had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to get me around. Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen. The same hacker who'd been remotely controlling the AUG in Sarif's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman he
You look so angry.
Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation. According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry and had hired Black Ops mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Sarif Industries was at the top of her list. To prove this, I needed to get inside TYN and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her full-vest researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying, but part of her confession made sense. David Sarif had been worried about his people. So worried, he'd required all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPLs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao sent a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, and turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to learn more. Eliza Cassan, Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this.
If you want to deal more damage with melee attacks like your fists,
working with a mercenary hit squad,
buy brass knuckles.
But when I confronted Cassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The mercs were led by an augmented killer I crossed paths with twice before, Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure she never moved silently again. With Fedorova down, and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's First Lady of News wasn't a lady at all. She was a sophisticated AI program aimed at control what people believed. Eliza told me the mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval to remove the scientist's implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Sarif if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities, and the UN was being urged to intervene. Sarif was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor-turned-philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to help stop a possible regulatory vote. Sarif had Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people a chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Sarif Industries
now we can go
to the
get the
top of
helicopter.
Fortune 500.
Yeah.
According to Sarif, Megan's kidnappers knew this, and didn't want people evolving unless they controlled how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati, and urged me to keep searching. Determined to do so, I tracked down Sandoval via America's most outspoken augmentation
Doesn't stop, he's the only one that can open the door.
Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and founder of Humanity Front.
I'm not kidding, he's actually the only one that can open that door,
operate
which actually
Megan's
irritates
team
the hell
right
out
in
of
front
me.
of him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely switched them to a different frequency.
Oh yeah, and by the way,
Pritchard
the
was
only
able to
thing I
trace
would
one of the
change
signals
about
to China.
the chest piece you have on is I would take off the
Immediately took off in
backpack, and
pursuit.
then that's pretty much what I would want to use.
The Illuminati were one step ahead.
Yeah, but, you know... Well...
Ambushed. Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower Associates, seconds after entering Hengsha's airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The tracking signal I was following led straight to the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm out of sea. Bell Tower was holding kidnapped civilians as prisoners there, and using them to perfect the High Run project, a human-computer interface that left most of its test subjects dead. My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch. 3 of Seraph's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed.
Alright, one sec. I gotta see if
with the help of the scientists,
one of these missions is
I tracked Megan to a private section of the ranch. There, I ran into Yaron Namir, the walking tank who'd put a bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Sal,
along the watchtower.
The little ambush didn't work. I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow.
Drop down, talk to the bitch.
Who'd Seraph had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips to prove his point. All over the world, augmented people flew into a killing frenzy. Darrow had betrayed everyone, and it was up to me to set things right. To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation of ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented workforce, I saw death and destruction firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again?
God damn it, Ghosty.
What would be the
That's why I
Illuminati's
said
next
to get in
move?
the helicopter.
Only time will give us the answers.
Are you climbing up?
Oh, I have to kill 10 Gajalaka. I really want the freaking silver leftovers from this game, I swear.
I once thought I could save the world.
Why do I hear a banjo?
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover.
That's not a
if he's
banjo,
not
what
the
is
only
that?
one
That's
still
not like a
breathing
flute.
when this is done.
Smart thinking. Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
When did G join? When did all these people join?
Well, I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
Your call. Less chance of being seen and compromising Singh that way. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said that Jin are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
I'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your heavy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Task Force action. This is Night Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your favorite shape in the alphabet? Mine is blue.
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready... will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
No, you gotta go into the back seat. There you go.
Jensen, we're moving through... Oh, fuck!
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. We're gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready.
If I see him, I'll drop him.
Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Yep. That's my bitch. Nobody fucks with it but me. Hey. Okay, use the ladder then behind you. The one going up, not down. Alright.
He saw a Dactyl.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Anime is a state. Jesus.
Access granted.
We challenge all challenges. You can't beat it.
Must have been nothing.
Hello. Oh, I hit the wrong button. No. Okay.
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
What do I
Copy
need
that.
to fight?
Solid copy.
Only 3 more quests. Finally.
Good. There's too much riding.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been for the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. You want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts. But I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking.
Jensen, what's your 20?
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jinn's communications booster. If you can, disable it.
Roger that.
شكلنا كده جينا
Listen up, everyone. Chang's hacked into the Jinn's radio signal. Checking the patch now. We should be hearing Singh any second.
خليل الراجل اللي هيبقى علينا الحاجات جايه كمان شويه. روح قول لبقيه الناس ان انا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Solid copy.
Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
Here, Tom.
Don't you worry, it will be returned. Don't you worry, it will be returned to you. I still unlocked it.
That sucks. There he is.
Oh, wow, okay.
Jensen, we're inside the atrium, taking up positions on the terraces. What's your 20?
Still moving.
Hurry the fuck up. Enemy healers inbound. The sandstorm's getting close. You get that comms booster disabled?
Negative.
That was cool.
Well, you better hope Singh's cover stays intact. Otherwise, you'll be answering
I
to me.
put this in it, and I thought, since it has a cap, it won't fucking spill, but it did. It won't even fucking open. Open it.
Anomaly
I don't want to leave just to prove a point, but I'm saying I know I'm not going to be able to join back if I leave.
Did he go somewhere?
I guess. I have no clue.
Fucking bitch.
Want to hang out for a bit?
Yeah. And where did he go?
access granted.
This is Jensen. Penthouse access route secure. Jin shouldn't be a problem. Over.
Copy that.
About fucking time. Enemy helo sighted. All right, strike force. Position and hold.
Strike one. In position.